And welcome back, everyone, to another episode of The Red Divide. Mark, Ray, let's do it. What's happening, Marcus? How you doing?
Marquez doing good. Can't complain. What a great sporting weekend for me. I'm smiling. How about you? How you doing?
To be fair, I'm still smiling. A terrible result on Sunday, but Saturday was so amazing that
Indeed.
I'm still smiling. The
Yeah,
Bokke
what
done
a
proud, man.
man. The Springboks. We were speaking about this in the last episode. We're wishing them well, hoping that they could get the win. I did say that the game would come down to small margins. I didn't predict winning the game by 1 point again.
Again, third
But
time.
yeah, three times, eh? Quarters,
Three times the
semi, and
charm.
final.
Yeah.
Just goes to show how difficult the tournament is. But yeah, the boys dug in deep. We were fortunate that New Zealand had one man down with the red card, but they were fighting. They had most of the ball. They had 60% of the ball. They also kept on going through the phases. We had to defend for our lives. Peter Steph the toy made 32 tackles in the game. Man,
Tackled anything that moved. Jeez, that
anything.
boy.
I think if there was a plane above, like in the 1995 World Cup, he would have tackled that as well. So, yeah, the boy,
Without a doubt.
he was a machine, and everybody dug deep on the day, and yeah, flip man, four World Cups, the only country to have four World Cups to our name, the only second team to go back to back in a row. So yeah, I couldn't be more proud of the boys, and it brought our nation together with all of the problems that we have. So yeah, extremely happy. Bokke, they did us proud.
Yeah, couldn't believe it. Like, we went ahead and I think it was like 12-3 at one stage, and I was like, sweet man, just got to keep this going, keep that gap. And they scored. They got the six. I thought, oh, that's 12-6. We need to half time, and I'm like, okay, we just got to keep going. Try score a try or two in the second half, and we're good. We have a man advantage. And just on that, like New Zealand, have to give them credit. 14 players for majority of the game, and the way that they absolutely brought it to us, like
Yeah,
unbelievable. It was amazing to see. Credit to them. You can see why they've been on top of the game for so long and why they're still one of the best teams to ever do it. Like amazing. Hats off to them. But so proud of the Bokke. Unbelievable. As you said, oh, Peter Steph the toy, tackle anything that moved. Geez, man, the guys were insane. It's a bit running through people, tackling things. Oh, it was really Colby, so unlucky in the end, and you could see how much it meant to him. You could see that he felt he let us down, but not a chance, brother. He did so well for us the entire World Cup, and man, all of them. Sia, I mean, where do you Kwaka? All of them, man. It was amazing. Like so proud of every single one of them that they brought the country together again, and wow, amazing, happy times in SA and all of us for all of us around the world as well.
that's
It
right.
was phenomenal, and yeah, we just have to bask in this for a bit and enjoy it because we all know the problems back home. So try to forget about that for a while. Focus on the good. Focus on what just occurred for, as you said, for the fourth time, a record. Well done, boys. Congratulations. Amazing.
Yeah, it was a little bit nerve wracking in the beginning. Obviously, with the tactics that we decided to go with, the 7-1 split, that means we only have one scrum half
Yeah.
and one hooker. And yeah, Bongi got injured. The tackle looked a little bit facetious to me. It almost looked like he was going in to hurt him. Yeah, and he had to come off. And, we never had a recognized hooker. And his replacement came on. He did very well. Very happy with his performance. And then, yeah, obviously playing against 14 men, we were up against it. But we did it in the end. And, all of the hard work for every game that we played in the tournament, the whole squad, the players that played well throughout the tournament that didn't get picked for the final, they showed a lot of character. We're only human. Everybody wants to play in the final of the biggest game, in the World Cup. And everybody was humble about it. They took it on the chin because they didn't play in the final. But it came down to tactics on what our management decided was best for this game. And it almost didn't pay off with Bongi getting injured and obviously having one scrummy as well. But yeah, in the end, the boys dug deep and yeah, they brought the cup back for the country and for everyone in South Africa and for the fans, everyone involved in rugby. Could have been more proud to be South African in this point in time.
No, that's for sure. I saw them arrive at the airport today, getting a hell of a ovation,
Yeah,
heroes
so that
welcome, and yeah,
deservedly
so
so.
so happy for them, man. That's amazing. So yeah, we just got to enjoy it while we can, until eventually it fades away and we're back to reality.
Yeah, so now
Yeah.
the challenges that come now is the entire coaching staff is going to change. If we look at the squad, there's a lot of aging players. So, the tactics was preparing for, the 2023 World Cup, but winning it in 2019 was a bonus. They had their eye on this World Cup. So, yeah, there's a lot of changes going to come into the Springbok camp, and it'll be interesting to see who comes in and becomes coach and first team coach. Hopefully they can replicate what he's done.
Yeah, Rassi, as long as Rassi's there, we'll be okay, I think. You see, he does all the talking anyway, all the screaming, the shouting. He does it all. So as long as he's there, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think so. Him and Jacques did very well. I'm really, really
Mm,
pleased with what they've done in this
mm.
team.
No, that's great, man. So yeah, that was one hell of a high,
Boca,
extreme, extreme high.
for sure.
And then Sunday happened. Wow.
Sunday was great
What
too.
about Obama? Oh, maybe we should start with Liverpool, seeing as a more positive result for somebody on this channel.
So yeah, like I said earlier, great results. In terms of sport this weekend, the Boca winning. Liverpool played a couple of hours before Man United at home to Forest. Really, really tough game in terms of how Forest they lined up. They went with a 1-5-4-1, so they're extremely defensive. Um, in the past, that's the tactics that they've gone against us, and they've done well for long periods of time. But now we have this new midfield where we have players that are able to create more in tight spaces. I was so impressed with McAllister. He's filling this number 6 role, the defensive midfield role, but he has that ability, to get the ball and pass it quickly. And he did that a lot in the game, breaking in between the defensive lines, because they had their midfield set up in such a way we couldn't break them down. And he was receiving the ball from the defenders and a quick little pass through two midfielders. And Sobosla, was like 10 yards ahead of them, running onto the ball and creating chaos. So, yeah, the combination of our midfield,
What about
it really
chaos? Take it
helped.
easy.
No, it was chaos in terms of how defensive they were and how we were able to like break them open and create space. It was a great performance. 3-0 at home. Jota on the scoreline again. Darwin, your buddy Darwin.
How's
He could
that
have
sitter
scored the
that he
first
missed?
one.
How's that sitter that he missed?
Yeah, it wasn't really a sitter. The
What
keeper
do you
did
mean?
well. He
What do
did
you
well.
mean?
You're
You
talking
went
about
around the
last week.
keeper. You went around
No,
the
that
keeper and
was
hit the post.
no, that wasn't this game. That was the last game, my friend. You need to get
Fair
with
enough.
times. So the first goal,
I just know
he
he
got
misses every week, so I'm not sure which one it is.
well. He scored last week. He scored this week, and he assisted. So yeah, happy days. Anyway, back to more happy talk. No negativity here from the Man United supporter. Darwin hit a shot. Keeper saved it. Jota tapped it in. Then Darwin with a nice little finish, and then Salah right at the end on the counter attack. Nice little counter attack. Salah with a finish. So yeah,
Yeah, but you guys
well,
got lucky. When that defender decided he thought that he was, I don't know, Hazard, prime Hazard or Ronaldo running through the middle like that, lost the ball,
that's
and
right.
then you guys went
Quick
on
little
the
pass.
break and scored. And I was like, what? What a stupid move. What a silly thing to think and do when you're playing against Liverpool. I know
Yeah.
he likes to make those runs, but easy, Tiger. First, get your team into the game, get solid, build a base. That dude, he just goes on a run. Bang, left his team short at the back. Bang, you conceded. I was so irritated when I saw that. I'm like, look at this punk. You're
You see,
costing,
he lost
you
the
cost all
ball.
the neutrals an enjoyable day. Like, what's going on here? Now you're
It
letting
was a
Liverpool score. Nobody wants to see that. Like, hello? Anyway,
obviously the Liverpool supporters want to see that, and everyone that doesn't like Man United wants to
there's a
see
few
that.
of them. Only a
But
handful
yeah,
of
he
them.
did. He cost them the third goal. He lost the ball.
Yeah.
Nice little pass into a dangerous area. The keeper tried to come out. He wasn't sure if he was going to use his hands or his head, and he completely mistimed it. Ball bounced over. Salah took a touch, tapped it into an empty net. So yeah, great result. Another 3 points for us. Couldn't be more happy. And yeah, another 3 points climbing up the log. We're still sitting there, 3 points behind the top of the log. So yeah, lacquer weekend for me.
Again, you
How
haven't
about
played
you, my
anyone
friend?
yet. You haven't played anyone yet. The only team you really played was Spurs, and you lost. So you're still going to play all the big boys, and then we'll see how those results change.
Oh, we played Brighton. We played Chelsea. We played West
Brighton
Ham. We
depends which
played Spurs.
Brighton you get. You seen Brighton can go and beat United, and then they lost. Geez, who did they lose to? But it was a shocker. I couldn't believe it. So it all depends, who you get, and when they're up for it, they're amazing. When they're not up for it, you can take advantage.
But anyone can
And
beat
you were
United.
lucky. You guys drew, right? You guys drew
Yeah,
with
we did.
Brighton after they were
2-2.
tired from midweek game. I remember that. Um, you guys still have to play City. You still have to play Arsenal. You still have to play the mighty Manchester United. So it's all coming to you. Don't you stress.
17th of December. It's marked on
Cannot
the
wait.
calendar.
It just got moved. It was the
You,
16th. They moved it to the Sunday. It looks like.
yeah, to the 17th. Yeah. Well, I think you should wait, considering your form. Yeah, you'll
Mm.
probably get destroyed again.
It's a fair point because if we played you now, we might just beat you 1-0. At least now in a couple of weeks' time, we can smack you. You know what I mean?
Because
So we'll see how it goes.
you're always so positive, but
Mm.
you're not talking sense. It's the same like you were saying. City's it's a matter of a small team. City, it's a small team.
I didn't say small
Not
team.
worried.
I was
A
being
small
sarcastic and I
matter,
said a small fixture, the Manchester Derby, which I'm being very
small
sarcastic.
fixture
It's probably our second biggest game on the calendar. You know what I mean?
for sure, especially in recent
After,
years.
yeah, after Arsenal, because Liverpool's nowhere these days.
Yeah, Liverpool's nowhere. We sit in fourth. You sit in eighth. Clearly,
Yeah,
so
it's, guys,
13 points behind us, Marcus. Keep looking
Marcus,
up at the table. You'll
it's
join the
not how
big
you
boys,
start.
maybe.
It's how you finish. It's not how you
Yes.
start, it's how you finish, Marcus.
You keep on saying this, but the way you're going, you're going to finish very low, Marcus. You'd be
Don't worry,
lucky if you make Champions League.
we're just showing you what you did last year. Last season, you started like this, and then you finished fifth. We're going to start like this and still finish top four. Just going to show you how it's done. That's all.
The thing is, you actually have a proper midfield. Last season, our midfield was tired. Our midfield was finished.
Well, you
So
didn't want to hear that. When I was telling you your
I knew
midfield's
that.
tired, telling Steve the midfield's tired, like, no, I think they're still okay. They'll make it. This, that. Now we see.
Yeah, it cost us. We didn't strengthen up in the midfield in the past couple of seasons, letting a lot of players go. And last year, we ate humble pie. It hit us hard. And I'm so happy that we, rebuilt our midfield. And I couldn't be more
Credit
happier.
to
The guys
Klopp.
that have come in,
You rebuilt that midfield quick sticks.
quick sticks. And usually it's a lot of integration. It takes time. But yeah,
Yeah.
the boys have hit the ground running.
It's the
So
most
Marcus,
surprising thing is how quick you guys have put it all together. But I'm still positive there'll be a little bump in the road here where things just don't go to plan. You're like, what's going on? And it's because all new players are actually now on different pages, and we're trying to figure out how to get back to that. So it's all coming. Long way to go. A lot of twists and turns, ups and downs. I look forward to them.
yeah, for sure. I'm hoping that you're looking forward to it because nothing's going to happen. All we're going to do is push further and further up on top of the log, and you guys will be beneath us. Because you know what I
Yeah.
mean? At the end of the day, you guys are mediocre, and we are the best team.
Listen to this guy. Remind us when do you play during the week? What night do you play? Thursday nights. Okay, fair enough. Europa League, nice, my cuz.
That
Anyway,
yes.
back to the Premier League. Where were we?
No, before we get back into that, yes, we play Thursday night football, and by the looks of it, you'll be joining us soon, Marcus.
No chance, guys. We're already third. Next week we second. You know how it goes. Then you might still finish first. Depends how we
Yeah,
want to finish the group.
I can't
No, on a
wait.
serious note. On a
Yeah,
serious note, best we can probably hope for is second in that group, just because we royally screwed up the
it's so
first
bad.
couple of games. So yeah,
Yeah, if you're lucky, if you play well, depends which Man United turns up, and obviously how good your opposition is. But yeah, we'll look into that next week. Let's talk about this weekend's game, Marcus. Manchester
which one?
City.
Springboks. Yes, man.
Hey?
Which one?
Manchester City, the only team in Manchester, the mighty light blues, hey?
Mighty
How, how,
luck, dude.
how did you enjoy that
Listen
game,
to this guy.
Marcus? Tell me all about it.
So it started positive actually. We had a couple of breaks, actually more than a couple, 3 or 4 breaks, where we were 3-on-2, 4-on-3, Um, and just like the midweek game in the Champions League, took the wrong decision and didn't take our chances. We passed instead of shooting, or we shot instead of passed, and or the final ball wasn't good enough. Yeah, it was shocking. It seems like we're nowhere near clinical. We need 7 or 8 chances just to maybe score one. And whereas last year we were very clinical, we took our chances. So yeah, it's 2 games in a row that we should have easily scored a couple, if not more, and we didn't. It's our own fault. Scott McTominay has a nice touch, a nice turn, and smacks it. He hits it straight at the keeper. Hit it with such velocity that if he hits it left or right, it's a goal. Keeper's never going to get to that. But straight at him. Hoyland had a nice turn, smacked it, but hit it high. Keep that on target, and a little bit. At least test the keeper. You're now in the Premier League, but you're in the big time.
Yeah,
You've
you've
got to
got to
put it on
test the
target.
keeper. You've got to make them work. Maybe look for a deflection, someone running
100%.
onto it.
Never know. You get the rebound and someone's there to follow up. But yeah, the finishing was poor. The last touch was poor. The final ball was poor. It was difficult to watch actually. But we were in it, and until that really atrocious soft penalty was given, um, we were in the game. It was back and forth, and we had our chances. We just didn't take them. But once the penalty was given and Ireland put it away, never really any doubts he was going to miss. So put that away, and then you're chasing the game, right? And then they just opened us up a bit, and Haaland was there to expose us.
Yeah,
And of all people, he's the last person you want to be defending against if you're chasing a game. So
yeah,
credit to him and credit to them.
yeah, for sure. Like there were periods in the game when you're actually quite positive, but like you said, your final third passing and your decision
Yeah, let us
making
down
in front of goal wasn't so great. Even Rashford had a good chance in the second half where he could have buried one.
for
He
sure.
just he didn't. I don't know if he mishit the ball or he just mistimed his kick, but yeah, he should have done better with that as well. Almost similar to Darwin, but at least Darwin's scoring. Rashford's not. But yeah, I agree. The penalty was a little bit soft. It could have gone either way.
It's
On
terrible, though.
any
To
other
see,
day,
like,
it could have been given. It
yeah,
could
but
have not been
when I
given.
see something like that, like if we were given that, I'd obviously be happy we got a penalty. But I would say we're extremely fortunate because that every week in the Premier League that gets allowed. You know what I mean? That goes by, no issues, no worries. It's 50-50, both wrestling, whatever.
Yeah,
It's so soft. It was anyway, but is what it is. No complaints. We
and that's
lost.
That's the thing. After the penalty, like the game changed and they took control. They ended up having 21 shots, 10 on target, 500 and something passes, 60% possession. So yeah, the game obviously changed after the penalty and they were
Yeah,
dominant. And yeah, it's a great result for City, great result for everyone else in the Premier League, and not so great for you, Marcus.
yeah. We got a bit of a problem. We got some issues that we need to fix ASAP. Um, and turn our season around. We need to do it sooner rather than later because if not, we'll be like Liverpool and be playing Europa League next year. And if we bring that form into the Champions League, we'll be playing Europa this season with you guys. So we can't have that. Can't be alongside shoulder to shoulder with Liverpool. That's way below our standards. So
Yeah,
we gotta improve real quick. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Tactics. I saw Ten Hag say he played Varane. I mean, he played Maguire and Evans over Varane due to tactics, and I hope that's just a loss in translation from the Dutch to English, and to him, Maguire. The fact that Varane can't really play twice in a week because he always gets injured if you
injured.
overwork him. That I hope that's what he means by tactics is trying to keep Varane fit. He's not injured, so he's not going to say it's injury. He's saying it's tactics to keep him, fit, ready for the weekend. Um, or this maybe plays this week. I don't know, but yeah, I hope that's the reason because if it's not, then I'm a little bit worried, and I'm all in on Ten Hag. I rate him a lot. I'm happy
Yeah.
we have him, and I think he'll do a great job if he has the right backing and support. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see, man. It's looks a little cloudy for us at the moment. So hopefully the sun comes out real soon.
Hopefully not. Hopefully you continue to play like this. It's entertaining for all of us. May it
Yeah,
continue. I'll be happy. But I
yeah,
have
yeah.
something quite serious to discuss with you, though, my cuz.
Hmm.
I've been seeing a lot of articles and videos doing the rounds, and one especially, one of your ex-captains, Roy Keane, giving a lot of stick to Bruno Fernandes about his behavior as a
And
captain, and
captaincy.
how he carries himself, how he portrays the club, throwing his hands up in the air, whinging like a little bitch. Um, Roy Keane and so many people are saying that the captaincy needs to be taken away from him. Like, what's your view on that, Marcus? Do you think that is it because of his character that he's fired up and he acts like this? Is it because he's passionate and he deserves to be the captain? Or what's your opinion on this situation? Because you know how I feel. I think he's a little bitch. I think he's a great player. But in terms of how he carries himself and how he acts on the pitch, I don't smock it. Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear what you have to say about this topic.
Yeah, so I think we spoke about this briefly previously, and uh, it was from a interview that Bruno gave where he just said, "It's my passion. It's what I do. It's how I'm so passionate that if I'm angry or upset, I show it with his body, with his waving his arms. He wants a better pass, or he wants them to see him so they can give him the ball, or when he goes down, he's upset, or like we spoke about, especially the Portuguese league, in Europe as well, European leagues, people milk the tackles. They make the most of it to try and get a free kick, and then even further try and get the guy a card. Put their team under pressure now that they have defenders on yellows or midfielders on yellows, and stop them from coming in for a proper tackle. So it's part of the game these days, but I don't like it either. I don't want to see dancing and bitching and crying and flying around and swimming as if you're in the Olympics.
For
But
sure.
these things happen, and it's just part of the game. Roy comes from a period in time where that wasn't acceptable. That wasn't done. He played with a lot more British players in the league where that's not normal for the British
Old
leagues.
school. Old school
So
mentality.
I mean, even those days you'd score, you just run back or stop, quick celebration, turn around, look at the crowd, carry on going. Nowadays, players run and jump into the crowd, or they point at the ground and say, "I'm here," and they do all this crazy stuff. They're huge on celebrations. Back in Roy Keane's day when he first started, it's not big into celebrations. It's, yeah, cool, I scored. Let's get back. Let's score another. So it's just a totally different time, and he doesn't get it or understand it. Um, yeah, it's a different world, different time, and things have, of course, like everything in life, now everything has sort of evolved and moved on, and we have a whole new generation and a whole new way of playing the game. So it is what it is, man. I like Bruno's passion. I like Bruno as a footballer, very talented. So I'll take the good from it, and I prefer him on the field than not on the field.
Of course. Do you think that maybe Casemiro would be a better suited captain than what Fernandes would be?
Yes and no. Yes, because he's very experienced and he's won everything, and maybe very lot more calm than Bruno will be. But also, Cass isn't totally um, around. He's not always around. He's not reliable because
He's
he
had a
got
couple of
a red this
injuries.
year. He got two reds last year. Every now and again he picks up a little knock. Bruno's never injured. That dude plays every game, every minute, and he gets upset when he doesn't play every minute of every game.
Yeah, of course.
So really good genetics, and just always available. And the number one, the number one attribute is being available. You can be the best player in the world, but if you're never available, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, of
If
course.
you are fit and healthy and available for every game, that counts a whole lot more. So from that standpoint, very happy, and yeah, we'll just keep going. So I'm going to put it behind us and move on to the next one. Can't wait to play the game in the week and get over this loss.
Yeah, some midweek action coming from the Carabao Cup. Are you confident coming from the loss against City?
Yeah, it's not confident playing Newcastle, so it'll be tough. So yeah, I'm confident in a way that we'll come out guns blazing to try and make that correct that result and go further in this cup. We are the champions after all, so hold that title, keep it going, and see if we can make it to the final again. But it's extremely tough game. Newcastle are always tough, but I imagine both teams will rest players, and we'll see the best of the squad from both sides and see how they do. And hopefully we come out with a victory. If you lose, you can easily lose to Newcastle. Newcastle's a great side,
They
playing
are.
well. So I think it's a 50-50 actually. So we'll see how it goes.
Tough game.
Yeah, you've got
It's
Bournemouth away.
Yeah, we got Bournemouth away. I'm confident. Obviously, we're going to play our second squad. You know, let the first team players rest so that they can concentrate on on the league.
In
And yeah,
Europa,
we'll
yeah.
see a lot of the youngsters coming in, and hopefully they can continue with playing the same football philosophy that Jurgen Klopp has instilled in them. And yeah, get another win. Statistically speaking, we've won the last 5 games against them, so our record is good. And yeah, predicting a win there, and yeah, so we can progress to the final. I just want to go touch back on something you said earlier. So happy to be current champions of the Carabao Cup. If you can think back a couple of years, Marcaz, before Liverpool started hitting some form, and it was one of the cups that we actually challenged for. Back then, the cup was called the
Carling.
Carling Cup. That's right. And you used to say to me, "Oh, Marcaz, this is nothing. This is the plastic cup, man. Nobody wants to win it." Now you're so happy to say that you guys are the current champions, Marcaz. You see how times change when your team becomes mediocre and you can't win anything else. That's the only trophy you can actually fight for. You see
Not
how
really.
far you guys have fallen.
Those days, Fergie didn't take it seriously. So then it was. We aimed for the bigger titles. Then Jose Mourinho came in and he would win it first to set his guys up with some confidence, and
For
then go
sure.
on to normally win the league or compete, for the league big time and Champions League, etc. In came Guardiola and Klopp. They did the same thing. Guardiola won it numerous times, part of winning 3 titles. I think he won the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Carling Cup one year. So Carabao Cup. So he had all the British titles. So when these bigger
Yeah.
guys start taking it seriously, then it starts becoming, more of a competitive competition. Back in those days, it wasn't that competitive because United wouldn't take it seriously for the most part. But now we are. Now we need to take whatever we can get and go from there.
That's what
So
happens when you're
yeah.
bottom feeders.
So
You got to
again,
take. That's what happens when you're bottom feeders. You got to take whatever you can get.
says a team that doesn't have a cup to show from last season. I don't know about bottom feeders, but that would be you. Once you win something, you're no longer a bottom feeder, but you didn't win nothing. So I guess that's you.
Yeah, we didn't win any silverware, but we won a great
You
result. You know
funny
what
guy.
was coming, eh?
Yeah. Oh
Well,
boy.
Makaz, I'm confident to say that Newcastle will probably beat you at home. And then you don't have to worry about it, and your team can concentrate on the other competitions that you're currently in. But yeah, good luck. Hope the best team in white and black win.
I don't think we'll be wearing white and black, so it'll probably be the best team in red. So anyway, yeah, well, thanks, my cuz. Great chat.
Yeah,
As
great
always,
chat.
and I look forward to seeing how these predictions unfold.
Definitely. It was like chatting to you, Makaz. Like I said, great sporting weekend for me. Some good results for you with the Springboks. Great result for City, obviously, turning Yokes over, like I said they would. Yeah, it's been a great chat as usual. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for another episode. If you like the content that we produce, please like, share, and, share with all your mates. And yeah, please drop some comments and let us know if there's any type of content that you want us to chat about. Anyway, have a good one, Makaz.
See you later, Cuzzy. Take it easy.
Ciao.
Ciao.